Hi Taurus, how are you guys? Thank you for coming to my channel, Merging Timelines. Today I'm doing a very general reading for you. I hope that everything is well and you're enjoying yourself and enjoying your experiences. I'm doing a very general weekly reading for my sun and moon viewers. So Taurus, if you have a sun or moon in Taurus, these messages are for you. Let's go ahead and see what is going to be on the forefront of your energy. What's most important for my Taurus collective? Please, Spirit, allow me to be a clear and open channel for their divine guidance. For all of the Taurus that come to this video, please allow them to receive something today. Now, while the messages will not resonate with everyone, my intention is to offer you truth and clarity. Something to help guide you along your journey and your experiences, okay? Put some more logic in moving forward, in moving, right? Not necessarily forward, but just evolving, right? Because it's not about moving back or forward, but how good or how easy you allow yourself to ascend within your experiences. How do you transcend those that you leave behind, Taurus? Okay? Taurus, sun, and moon viewers. My Taurus, sun, and moon viewers. So you have the 10 of Swords coming out, and right behind that is avoiding the healing, right? So you've got something that you can't quite settle with, like you can't sit still enough to pay attention to it, and yet you've let go of trying to, I feel, in some weird way. I feel like you're stepping into who you are as an entity, what you have to offer to others, and the experience being the grounding element, the king of earth, right? So being the most stable and consistent force amongst yourself and others. I mean, let's just say maybe in the past you weren't as strong as you've been for everyone else to yourself, right? And so that is maybe on your mind today. How well you show up for others and what you plan to do with this for yourself. Okay? Please, Spirit, allow me to be a clear and open channel for the Taurus. Sun and moon viewers. Taurus. Taurus. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day. And I feel like for some of you it has been, because I'm feeling very tired and overwhelmed at this time. You know, maybe you have been carrying a lot of the upholding a lot of the structure in your environment at work, and it's really put a lot of people at odds. You know, like I feel like you have this ginormous headache because the people around you rather work in a circus, you know, and you're like, this is not a fucking circus. Like, get yourself together, Tom. You know, like there's a lot of growth around you, right? And as you're trying to move forward, you're moving backward. So it's a pushing and a pulling and a pushing and a pulling around you. Is this amongst your family? Could be. Is this amongst your coworkers? Could be, but let's just say this is energy, right? And right now the energy is bouncing from one end to the other end and one end to the other because there's change that's moving around you within things that you're creating and things that you're passionate about. Right? So you are creating something for yourself, let's say, that maybe people are putting up a fight against, or maybe people are trying their best to understand why you could be so committed. Again, you are very committed energy. You are a very loyal, consistent energy. You're very strong, very grounded. You are the king of earth, okay? And so I feel like people are questioning you right now. Yes, I know you are very, I know you're always there for me. I know that you always do the right things, but, someone's resisting you. Someone's resisting you, and what you're informing them is best, right? And then there are people coming to defend that person that's resisting you, and you're feeling defeated. Like, forget it. Just leave me alone. I don't even know why I care so much. Jeez, that's intense. Taurus. Taurus, sun and moon viewers. Taurus, sun and moon viewers. So then on top of that, you have the Queen of Wands, so not feeling very creative at this point, even though you're creating a whole lot. I don't feel like the changes come from a very passionate place, a place that you're very confident in, right? There's the Pisces, ignoring what you know you should do for what you have already invested in, and even though so, feeling divinely guided at the same sense, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. So there's this need to propel forward in a very quick way because it's the only way to get out of the tension that you feel you're facing around you, right? So you could be connected to an Aries, like sun or moon viewer, sun or moon cross watcher, right? This is a female energy, doesn't have to be. This person generally likes all the attention to be on them. However, they're not getting any attention because they're not showing up in a bright light to you. They're not showing up in a way where you think, hey, you know what? If I was gonna put my money somewhere, I damn sure was gonna put it with you. You know, and I know you, Taurus. I know that when you invest, it's because you're very sure about where you're investing in, right? And somewhere in the past, because you used your impulsive nature to see what you need to invest in rather than feel what you feel like most passionate about is really troubling right now. And you're avoiding that. So Pisces card comes up as your highest timeline, which is interesting that we just came out of the full moon. And so I asked myself, how does the Taurus community connect with the full moon? What did they gather? What are they gathering from the full moon? You know? All right, so let's get your overall energy at the bottom of the deck for my Taurus. Overall energy, and then we're gonna get your future and advice card. Still feeling very tired, by the way. Sorry, I may look like it in this reading, but this is my last one, and I'm going to force myself to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Wish me luck. The last one right there. Taurus, sun and moon viewers. Let's see what's at the bottom of this for you. All right, so avoiding the nostalgia, avoiding the suppressed emotion, no longer thinking about it. Been there, done that, and over it now, okay? Don't even talk about it. All right. And Death card in reverse comes up. That will be because we're not talking about it. But what do I know? And the Six of Wands in the reverse. So main focus is on a false victory. You get 2 today. What's all that about? So main focus is on a false victory, okay? It's not so false to you though, so let me point that out. I maybe shouldn't have worded it that way because I'm not trying to trigger you. But I'm trying to say that the fact that we have something we can't talk about and then something you do want to talk about is merely a distraction, in my personal opinion, for whatever it's worth, okay? It is merely a distraction. So I'm going to merge your timelines because I feel the need to do so as they simultaneously exist. Again, not moving forward or backwards, but in a constant circle to gain ascension. A lot of creation around you in the past. You've invested in a new creative project, right? But this creative project is questioning, right? It's having you question yourself because of how many people have been involved in a decision where it takes 2 to build and 2 to destroy. People are feeling the need to co-sign the opposition and defend, right? What you are creating. And see, that's the interesting part about it, I think, for you, is that it takes 2 to build and 2 to destroy, but in some way, so many people are getting involved. And so what red flag is that bringing to you? As you quickly move forward, because trust me, the divine is going to keep you in the direction you feel is necessary in order to evolve. So now after we come out of what is very obvious to you and everyone else around you, look at this. Who is that ball of fire you once knew? Is that you? Or is that it's someone you're connecting to? A fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Now don't get hung up on the sign and connecting it with, I know who that is, it's Maria. Damn you, Maria. You know, it's not about that. It's about the way you see Maria. The way you feel about Maria, right? Not so much see her, because you guys get so hung up on seeing. But what do you feel as you relate to this person? And maybe some part of that you could allow to transform in a way where you could use the experience to help guide you, to help encourage you into your next chapter, right? Maybe the memory or the ghost of Maria is helping you in some way because it instilled in you something so firm that wasn't there in the past, right? What is gone can leave behind certain traumas within its absence, right? The trauma meaning that it's something that you can't currently obtain. It is out of your reach, but it still means so very much. It encouraged you to create. It encouraged you to feel safe enough in creating what you feel independent to, as opposed to what is already made solid and firm, right? Let's make no mistake about the Taurus has no problems adhering to the structure of things, because you're all about structure. But at what point does structure stop your ability to expand within your own thought processes, right? Six of Wands, being in your highest timeline in your advice, on top of your influence, which is something that you hold deep, 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 deep within your soul. So your angel messages are the angel of spontaneity and the angel of perfection. So let's read. The angel of perfection. I bathe myself in the light of my soul every day. When we open our hearts, and minds to the inner sun, we are fully purified by the radiance of its loving light. All that keeps the memory of negativity is cleansed in the way we purify both mind and body. Visualize now the light of your soul filling your entire being and purifying every cell and atom as it radiates to everything around you. Right? So, what part of this comes from within? This inner soul brings an inner light that allows you to be yourself, that all that keeps memory of negativity is cleansed, right? So I'm really talking about the inner aspect of this reading, what we said when we related to this person of some sort of importance to us, whatever that should be. Because I don't think we're quite understanding what it is, but needing to settle the negativity surrounding the entire subject, right? The angel of spontaneity. I choose to be spontaneous in my life interactions with life. In my life interactions with life. Wow. I choose to be spontaneous in my interactions with life. Okay? When we free ourselves from limiting beliefs and values, the spiritual energy flows through us naturally. Without the inhibitions that imprison our minds and hearts, we develop an ability to tune in the essence within people and things that dissipate the fear and emotions that block us from being spontaneous. The precision of spontaneity is something present in nature and flows as a gift of love. I'm so sorry, I butchered that entire message. But I'm gonna break it down because I wasn't initially feeling that I could find the connection within the card. But Spirit makes no mistake, okay? And they pulled this card for you because, as I was saying, you have no problems conforming or upholding the structure. Let me stay away from the word conforming, as it puts a lot on your inner soul and what it's asking you to acknowledge. I feel like it's a suppressed creative aspect of who you are in order to stand firm in what you know you can do and offer to the world, right? So notice that things that imprison our minds and heart, we develop an ability to tune the essence within people and things and dissipate the fear and emotions that block us from spontaneous. Sorry, my phone paused for a second. I feel like you're trying to find your free soul again, your free spirit, your free expression. And this comes with you recognizing how much you imprison your own mind and heart to make this essence within people and things that dissipate the fear and emotions that block us from being spontaneous, right? So you are so busy helping others feel grounded that a part of that has allowed you to get away from yourself, okay? All I can say within receiving that message is that your strengths are your weaknesses. And so somewhere in the middle is where we have to be, right? And it is a constant battle. It is a constant battle when we're trying to move forward, because you can't be too hot and you can't be too cold. You can't be too light and you can't be too dark. You're not always right and you're not always wrong, but somewhere in the middle is the expansion, right? And so I feel like you're going to answer what part of your experience or who of this is your experience, and what does this exactly mean to you, right? What part of the negativity surrounding this should you release in order to transcend? This was a very, very tough reading, right? And I hope that whoever comes to it receives the messages that were intended in order to allow you to move forward. But I love you so very much, and I appreciate all the time that you spent here with me. Please stay tuned for the next post. Love you so much. Bye, Taurus.